having this huge epiphany of another level of awakening, or this other level of spontaneous, like just listening to my heart that's saying, yeah, I know you made it to this step, but you gotta get down there.
Time in nature has a power to restore people to their original elemental configuration.
I was sitting in this little bowl and I had this really huge peaceful moment and was saying the phrase of I am. And I kept repeating that over and over and over and over again, and I had a sense of remembering who I am.
We all get altered by our day-to-day life in the modern world through exposure to electronics and highways and chemicals and pollution. And a busier lifestyle than our ancestors knew.
Having this like huge epiphany of like another level of like awakening. I'm like skipping through paths, and then all of a sudden I go and see this enormous, beautiful waterfall.
We know that water holds vibration. There have been people that have proven that that's true. And so if we study the ancient wisdom traditions, we discover that there were a lot of prayers and intentions that were given to water. And that water is a messenger.
And so I'm trying to find my way to get across. And all of a sudden, there it goes. I try to toss the bag across. It doesn't fully make it all the way over. And it starts drifting in the river. And I'm like, okay, it's gonna be knee high, you're gonna be good to go. And I start walking, and all of a sudden I slip. And then I start drifting into the river, and I'm like, there's no traction. I have like this short second of freaking out. So then I start using my arms, and I triangulate, football coming in here, triangulate where the bag is floating down the river, intercept it, grab onto a rock, and I'm like, all right, I'm safe. So then I'm sliding in there, and there are a couple of this huge current just pushing, and I'm like leaning what would seem like climbing across, and I just feel like the biggest little boy. So I'm listening to my whole heart, and I'm like, we're gonna find a way. You can't beat this. Hey. I'm going right there.
If I tell you how beautiful you are and how much I care about you and what a wonderful being you are, the water in your body will respond to that, and it'll be like, ah, thank you. On the converse, if I say bad things, like, then your water goes, and you don't feel so good. Well, the planet is that way as well. So it's important to have reverence and honor toward all our water bodies, the streams, the springs, the rivers, the lakes, the snow, the rain. We should all honor water as being sacred so that it can convey those kind of energetics in its movement to other places and other people.
I'm sitting on this rock, and then I'm just facing this wall of just enormous energy and life and cleansing, and there aren't words to describe the emotions that were flowing through me. And it was just, again, this little boy, this innocence that was like, we love you.
Clean, pure water is like crystal. It has the ability to absorb and reflect the very highest energies of the sun and the cosmos and the earth itself, the trees.
I had this moment, and I turn around, and then my back is to it, and then more just joy. It was like cleaning the backside of me, and I just couldn't help but smile. And then I began to cry, and it was like this enormous release of being like, yeah, this is like life, man. Like if you just listen, know that there are things that are gonna be scary as you're journeying across this enormous wall, but this wall is here to help you. So just trust and let go. And that was what this river kept embodying, and just jumping in the water, not worrying so much about the clothes and not worrying about the shoes and not worrying about anything of this world in essence, and just trusting the bigger picture. And then I began to cry, and as that released again, I went back to this overwhelming feeling of joy. And with this joy, I just like sat and I became warm again.
When a person has that kind of water available and takes it into their body, then there's an opportunity for the cells of the body not only to rehydrate, but to actually move toxins out of the body and to be replenished with that good energetics.
The heat came like right underneath me, all the way through the top of my head. And I just saw these spirals, and it was so much warmth, and I just felt again cradled and know that I'm safe. And then something was like, it's time to go. And then I got up. I came across, and it was just as scary in a different way.
We all came from the natural forces. Many, many, many thousands of generations before us lived in complete harmony with the elements. A pure prism that you cast sunlight into will give you a perfect rainbow.
I'm walking, I'm like, I'm gonna find a staff as I'm walking back. And staff's gonna appear, and there it was, just 3 steps in, pick it up, and again, getting across the river. And I just kept saying, I know I'm safe, and I'm stuck in the middle of the river, not knowing how to make the next step. I'm like, here's this massive current, like not sure what to feel, and just again, toss the bag, toss the staff, and trust. Each time I was challenged with fear, instant fear, because I don't know what's down the rest of the river. I can flow off, and the second I let go, I'm just smiling through the whole thing, and again, I came out on the other side, like just totally transformed. Recognizing what's within us as a message and as a tool, and then here is releasing of the emotional and letting go of the physical as you elevate or raise your vibration. And many times being faced with those emotions of fear and letting go of, you know, what I think it might happen in any type of anxiety or fear and depression. And then I was just taken across. And so that transformation to then sit at the foot of this amazing wall, just this amazing wall, to then be cleansed of such emotions that I was holding on to then return. I feel like I would say a completely different person, but it's like even trying to put it into the being of self, it's just like the spirit. I feel like a different spirit is within.
Our ancestors utilized water and earth for growing food, and fire for cooking food and staying warm. They understood the incredible healing power of pure air and oxygen as we know it now. They realized that the substratum of all of this is this amazing and beautiful force that holds all things together. The mind inside matter. Mother Nature, as many people will call it.
Like I broke free from old paradigm of the way I was and just this new direction. And dang, this is just a couple of days in Shasta, you know? And again, there just aren't words. You just emotions. It's a lot of emotions.
We have an opportunity here we have an opportunity to reach out and communicate with one another and share all these amazing healing modalities and elevate the vibration and work together to restore harmony on this planet.
Really. I love you all a lot. I may not know you, but I know you. And I love you. And if you don't feel that love, I just want you to know I love you. It's around you, I promise. I've been there before, where you feel like there's nothing and you think there's no point. And the second you surrender to that, it's fucking awesome.
Damn.
Y'all are loved, man. It's so cool. So much.